Good morning, Core family. We miss you guys so much and can't wait to see you guys again soon. This week we're doing the third Maharagan lesson, which you guys will see shortly. But first we're going to start with opening session. You guys are going to know these songs.
Right now we're going to sing Our God is an Awesome God, and we expect you guys to sing along with us.
Yep, and just make sure you guys have a flat surface in front of you, or you can do it on your lap. Just make the beat like this.
Let's get started.
Alrighty.
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. When he rolls up his sleeves, he ain't putting on the Ritz. Our God is an awesome God. There's thunder in his footsteps and lightning in his fists. Our God is an awesome God. The Lord wasn't joking when he kicked him out of Eden. It wasn't for no reason that he shed his blood. His return is very soon, so you better be believing that our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God.
Good job, guys. Awesome job, kiddos. Next, we have the New Testament song, because for Maharagan, as you know, we have to know all the New Testament books. So I want to hear you guys nice and loud for the next song, okay? Good luck.
Luke, John, Acts, and Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, and now it's 1st Timothy, then it's 2nd Timothy, Titus and Philemon, and Hebrews, James, and now it's 1st Peter, and then it's 2nd Peter, 1st John, 2nd John, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books. It's a letter from God that sets everyone free, a gift for you, for me. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is Josiah.
Heyo!
Josiah became king of Israel when he was only 8 years old.
Yep.
Now the country of Israel had a very long line of kings who did many bad things, including Josiah's father and grandfather. These kings did not follow after God, and they ignored his commandments and his law. But when Josiah became king, he did what God wanted him to, and followed the example of King David.
Yeah!
18 years after Josiah became king, he sent one of his court secretary, Shaphan, to God's temple.
Thank ya.
Many of the kings before Josiah did not take good care of God's house, so it was in need of repair. While they were in the temple, Hilkiah, the high priest, said to Shaphan,
Hey!
I have found the book of the law in the Lord's temple. So Shaphan took the scroll back to King Josiah and read it to him. When Josiah heard what was in the book, he was greatly upset.
Oh no!
Because the people of Israel were not doing the things that God asked him to do, and Josiah knew that God must be angry with Israel for not obeying his commandments. Josiah gathered together all the people of Israel to the temple and read the entire book of the covenant to them. That very day, Josiah and all the people promised that they would obey all of what God commanded with all their hearts and souls. Josiah went on to help Israel become a people fully committed to God. He tore down all the other temples and the idols that they had set up. He got rid of all the people who were doing bad things all throughout Israel. And he did all that was commanded in God's book. Never before had there been a king like Josiah, who turned to the Lord with all his heart and soul and strength, obeying all the laws of Moses. And there has never been a king like him since.
Wow, I really enjoyed that lesson. Did you guys enjoy it? Oh, that's great to hear. We're gonna watch this next video where we have our very own core kids acting it out, just to make sure you guys understood the lesson.
King Josiah became a king when he was only 8 years old. His mother taught him to love God and worship God. The priest named Hilkiah was the one who taught King Josiah everything he needed to know. When Josiah grew up, he realized that people started worshiping a statue instead of worshiping God. In fact, people started to do bad things that wasn't pleasing to God. King Josiah ordered the soldiers to destroy the statues. King Josiah saw that the temple was in poor shape, so he asked the people of the city to start fixing the temple. They worked very hard to fix the temple so that they could have a place to pray again. As they were renovating the temple inside, the priest Hilkiah found a scroll in the wall. He said, "I must go give this to King Josiah."
Here you go. Open the scroll right away.
As King Josiah opened the scroll,
Book of the Law.
he found that it was the book of the law.
We must follow God's word that we have heard in the book of the law.
King Josiah told all the people to come worship in the temple, and they all obeyed God's commandments in the book of the law. King Josiah allowed the people to listen to the book of the law and worship God, and King Josiah helped fulfill the verse that says,
I will not forget your free hands.
Psalm 119, 141.
I'm Anna.
Hi, what the name of these letters? Can you tell me?
Okay. May,
Mm-hmm.
Alpha,
Good job.
Shai,
Good job.
Zinja.
Good job. Okay, can you tell me the sound of these letters?
Okay.
How it sounds? Start from here, please.
Okay. M.
Okay. Hmm?
Eh.
Hmm? Mm-hmm.
G.
Good job. Now can you read this word?
Okay.
Yalla, start.
Muzz.
Excellent. Majk. What does it mean, Majk?
Ear.
Good job. What's your name?
Trinity.
Okay, Trinity, can you tell me what is the name of this letter?
Yeah.
Can you say?
Rho.
Bravo, good job. The name of this letter?
Omega.
Good job. Look at Omega. Okay, what does it mean, Rho? Bravo عليك يا جورج. We learned Majk, which means ear. And we also learned Ro, which means mouth. Okay. Fenefran im Ifiot, nim Ifshiri, nim Pepnev Mais Oet, Onotsi en Oot, Amen. Naniato Owi, good morning. We're gonna sing we'll sing now a quick song, okay? Afival Mashk Ro Chach Tid Chach Tid Afival Mashk Ro Chach Tid Jig Kelly Shalom Afival Mashk Ro Chach Tid Chach Tid Afival Mashk Ro Chach Tid Jig Kelly Shalom Bye. This letter.
Vitor, Vitor.
Good. And what's the name of this letter?
Elf,
And what's the name of this letter?
love,
Okay. And how the beta sound like beta or vita sound like
B,
b or v v. Good job. And what the alpha sound like?
A,
Good job. What the lavla sound like?
L,
Good job. If I put them together like this, Vita, Alpha, Lavla. Can you read? Val. Read in loud voice. I can hear you.
Vol,
Good job. What does mean Val?
I.
Point on your eye. Good job. Thank you.
Hi there, kiddos. Good morning. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? You are doing good. Awesome. So this week, I'm in a bit of a different place. Like, I think, do you guys see all these trees around me? Yeah. This week, me and my family, we went all the way up north and we are in the woods. So this week when I do my craft, I'm not going to have all the right supplies, but I'm going to help you guys do your craft from all the way in the woods. Is that cool? That's cool, right? Yeah, okay. So this week, our craft, we are going to be making a scroll. When Josiah was renovating the temple in the story we learned about today, they found the book of the law. So if they found a book, why are we making a scroll? Well, we're making a scroll because back in the day, they didn't have books like we do that open and we read them like that. All their books were long pieces of paper that were rolled up, just like this. Look, all rolled up, like this. So today, we are going to make a scroll, just like the book of the law that they found in the story we learned about today. So what you guys are going to need is you are going to need a piece of paper. It could be any color you want. I only have white paper because I'm here in the forest. You are going to need some tape or glue. Doesn't matter. Either one will work. I don't have tape or glue, so I'm using Band-Aids. That's funny, right? And you are going to need 2 sticks. Now, because I'm in the forest, I just went and I kind of found 2 sticks. But you guys can use popsicle sticks or straws, anything. You just need something that's kind of like a stick, okay? And the last thing that everyone is going to need is markers. So I want you guys to pause this video and I want you to go run and grab all the supplies you're going to need, which is paper, tape, popsicle sticks, markers, okay? Pause this video. Go, 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 quick. Hey there, friends. I see you're back. So now that you're back, we can get started on our craft. So step 1 is we're going to take our pieces of paper, okay? Everyone hold up their piece of paper and show it to me. Good. All of you guys have lovely pieces of paper. And now what we are going to do is we are going to take our sticks or our popsicle sticks or our straws, whatever you have, it doesn't matter. You're going to take it and you're going to put it on one side of the paper. Let me show you what I want you to do. I want you to do this. Can you put it on one side of the paper like this? So you're going to put one on the one side of the paper, okay? And now I want you to either take your tape or your glue or whatever it is that you have. I want you to take it and I want you to stick your stick into its place. So let's pretend that this is a piece of tape, okay? And I'm going to take the piece of tape and I'm going to put it down on the stick. Let me show you how I put it down on the stick. I put my piece of tape on the stick. So now, whoop, my stick is stuck. So I want you guys to do the same thing with your sticks, okay? And if you need to put 2 pieces of tape, you can do that too. I think I'm going to put a second piece of tape on mine. Well, not tape. It's a Band-Aid. Okay. I have my 2 pieces of tape on my scroll paper. And this is what it looks like. Okay, boys and girls. Once you guys are done taping your 1 stick or popsicle stick or straw onto one side, you're going to do it on the next side for your second stick or popsicle stick or whatever it is you have. Okay? So remember, we're going to take it and we're going to put it on the paper. Just like this. This is how we're going to put it on the paper. And then we're going to take our tape or our glue, whatever it is that we have, and we are going to stick our sticks, that's funny, to our paper. So I'm going to take my tape, I'm going to put my stick down on my paper. Okay, and here you have it, boys and girls. I have my 2 sticks stuck onto my piece of paper. Next thing that you're going to want to do, and that we're going to do together, is we're going to start rolling. Now you're probably going to ask me, Maria, what do you mean we're going to start rolling? Well, I'll show you. So here's our paper and here's our stick. And I want you to hold it with 1 stick at the top and 1 stick at the bottom, like this. And then you're going to start rolling your stick. And then you're going to start rolling the paper around your stick. And it's going to look something like this. And then you're going to roll for a little bit, and then you're going to stop. You see how I left some that's still straight with the other stick? You're going to stop, and you're going to switch sides. And now you're going to roll the other side that has the other stick. So when you're done rolling the 2 sides, your scroll should look like this. Is this what your scrolls look like, guys? It is. I want to see them. Those are some very good rolled scrolls. Okay, so now that we're all done rolling our scrolls, we're going to unroll our scrolls on the table. And we're going to take out one of our markers. I chose this red marker. And what we're going to do is, with the help of Mom or Dad, we are going to write our memory verse on the scroll. Do you guys remember the memory verse? I need a little help. Can you guys help me? You can? Awesome. So, can you guys tell me what the first word was? What was it? I. That's right. I. And then what came next? What came next? Do. Yes, good. And then I think the next word was, that's right, not. I do not. Now, I'm having a little trouble remembering the other words. It was forget. Yes, forget. And then I think it was your. So far we have I do not, forget your. And then I remember the last word was a really hard word to remember. What was it? You know, what was it? Precepts. That's right. I do not forget your precepts. Psalm 119, 141. Exactly. So now that we've remembered our memory verse together, we're going to take out our markers. And if you need help from Mom and Dad, they can definitely help you right now. We are going to write out our memory verse. So let's start with I. So we're going to write the letter I. And then next we need to say do. So when we spell do, we're going to put the letter D and the letter O. Do. And then the next word was not. So now we're going to put the letter N for N. And then the O, na, and then the T, T. I do not. So far, that's what we have on our paper. The next word that we need to spell together is the word forget. So for the word forget, we're going to start with the letter F. And then it's going to be the letter O. And then after the letter O comes R. So far, what these letters sound out is for. Now we need to spell the last part of the word of forget, which is going to be G. And then we're going to write E. And then T. So far what we have written down is I do not forget. Good. Now we're going to write the next word, which is your. So we're going to start with the letter Y. Can I see your letter Y? That's a good letter Y. And then we're going to put the letter O. And then we're going to put the letter U. And then the last letter in this word is R. So far what we have is I do not forget your. Next, we have our last word, the hardest word to spell in all of this. Precepts, okay? So the first letter is going to be the letter P. And then we're going to write the letter R. And then we're going to write the letter E. And then we're going to write the letter C. And then again, we're going to write the letter E. And then we're going to write the letter P again. And then we're going to write the letter T. And for our last letter, we're going to write the letter S. I do not forget your precepts. Perfect, guys. Now, the last thing that we have to do is we have to say what part of the Bible it comes from, which is Psalm 119, verse 141. So let's start by spelling Psalm. So we're going to start with a big letter P, and then the letter S, and then the letter A, and then the letter L, and then the letter M. And after all those letters, we're going to start writing our numbers. So we're going to put the number 1, and then another number 1, and then we're going to put the number 9, and then we're going to put 2 dots on top of each other. The 2 dots on top of each other will look like this. Just like that. Those are going to be our 2 dots. The 2 dots on top of each other will look like this. Just like that. Those are going to be our 2 dots on top of each other. And then we're going to write the number 1 again. And then we're going to write the number 4. And then finally, we're going to write the last number 1. So when you guys are all done writing, or if mom and dad helped you write, this is what the inside of your scroll should look like. I do not forget your precepts. Psalm 119, verse 141. And now that we've done that, we can roll back up our scroll. You're going to roll both sides like we did before. Roll, 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 roll. And now we have a scroll. Just like Josiah's priests found in the temple when they found the book of the law. Very good job, guys, with your crafts. I hope you guys enjoyed your craft today and enjoyed spending some time with me here in the forest. It was very lovely to see you all, and I hope to see you guys all next week. Bye!